We are live at Coletco, or at least I hope we are. I hit the button. I hope. Let me look over here. Yeah, I think we're live. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. Craig's the first comment. You know it. Thank you, April.
You are so welcome.
Thank you for the charger. Appreciate it. And now I got to figure out where I can put it. All right, I think I've left that up long enough. Let me get over here to my station. I'm going to disconnect that. I hope it's okay. I'll ask Tanner here in a minute. I'm going to be charging my phone because we're probably going to be live just for an hour here on YouTube. We're going to see how good the connection is. If we have problems with our connection before we start the giveaway, we're going to switch over to Facebook only. But we're going to see how good our connection is first before we do that. We don't want to have a spotty connection and be trying to give away money. Is that the putbacks?
Sure.
Okay, you can just put them right over there. We have a lot to show you, probably enough for another 3 shows, because we've only done 3. We've already done 3. We've only done 3 shows this week. This will be the 3rd show. Yes. April and Seth are giving me a hard time about talking, and they're fired. Goodbye. There's the door. That easy. Don't come back. I fire people like George Steinbrenner. George, you're fired. All right. I have a lot of stuff to go through. I'm going to let a few more people get on and get this rolling. I think we've wore out this box. I'll probably go back through it later, but I kind of need to clear off my table first here. I got stuff everywhere, so give me about, yeah, Seth is currently getting ready some Japanese vinyl. We have some stuff that is check condition Japanese vinyl. If I can have those, I will get started on that. And I've got a lot of stuff to go through. So here's some stuff from the last sale. It is Saturday. I'm going to go through this crate of new vinyl. It's, I think, been gone through before, but there's some really good titles in here. All right, let me go through this crate right here. All right. Seth is doing work. Seth is doing work. I know, Paul. It is shocking. We actually got a lot of people here right now. John is about to leave. He's been pricing stuff all day. Thank you, John. He's dug up some pretty good stuff, some unique jazz and some oddball stuff. I'll be showing that later. Ed is here. Seth is here. Tanner's here. And April is here. He's gone. Usually we wouldn't have this many people here, but Seth is going to be doing some other stuff tonight. He's not really helping with the sale, but he's helping us. So, all right. Jerry Stone's wearing his Coletco shirt. Let me go through this crate of new vinyl. I'm pretty sure we've been through it before, but I think it's been one of those, like the last crate we did, maybe one night, and there's some really good stuff in here. So, and some stuff we've talked about since I've shown it. So, we'll do that, and then I'm going to put up these Japanese auctions. Kate Bush, The Dreaming. Kate Bush, The Dreaming. It says Kate Bush Remastered, 180 gram heavyweight vinyl. Kate Bush is $29.99. Kate Bush. Dio. Somebody was who was looking for this, because I found them. I found these the other day. It's if the person who was asking about these still wants one or is watching, please let me know. This is the new remaster remix of Dio, Holy Diver. 2 LPs, 2020 remix. That is $44.99. $44.99. Do I have Hounds of Love? No. Kate Bush Hounds of Love is the one right now that is impossible to get because of that song. It is impossible to get right now. So, Paul Brothers takes this Kate Bush, sold to Paul Brothers. There's the new mix on the Dio Brothers, and here is Neil Young, Toast. I talked about this. I hadn't listened to the vinyl version, but what I've listened to so far on streaming platforms, really good. This is a 20-year shelved Neil Young album, and it's really good. Tanner, mark down, I don't think he's watching, but Donnie Bond wants one of these. So we're going to put down Mr. Donnie Bond for a toast. So, yeah, you got Boston.
It's just, I don't even think mine would be fillable. They're a good $20.
Okay, let's see, where's the cover at? All right, we have a Boston. Here's our first Japanese auction of the night. This is Boston, Don't Look Back. It is a Japanese press with obi, and there's the Japanese insert with lyrics. This is going to be a $20 start. The vinyl is pristine, other than, where is it? Right here. Yeah, there's one mark right here, non-feeler. I mean, it's just something very, very insignificant. I don't know if the camera can even pick it up, but it is there. So very small mark. That's a $20 start. $20 start on that. Boston, Don't Look Back. That is a Japanese pressing. That is a $20 start. Seth is going to take it back. That's going to be our first auction of the night. That's going to be running in the back while we do some other stuff. Jeremy Walker's at $20 on Boston. $20 on Boston. So, Neil Young Toast. Neil Young Toast is $42.99. I'm sure y'all can hear the train coming. He's been blowing the horn for 5 minutes and he hadn't went across the front of our store yet. This is going to be loud. I might as well just stop for a few seconds. That's a different train. I've never seen that one. That's a pretty one. Louisville and Nashville. That don't come through here too often, that one. That's a passenger train. Okay. Waiting for the train. Yeah, that's got people on it. What's going on in downtown Nashville tonight? Is there something big going on in Nashville? Maybe everybody's just out for a stroll through Middle Tennessee on the Tennessee Central. Well, that's got a lot of people on it. That's about the 9th boxcar. Okay, I think I can talk now. All right. Let's see here. Where did we get to? Kevin Tays is at 32 on Boston. Kevin Tays is at 32 on Boston. David Howard was at 25. Sherry Darnell wants a copy of Neil Young Toast. Sherry Darnell wants a copy of Neil Young Toast. Tracy McFadden is at 35 on the Boston. The Boston is a Japanese press. It has one superficial mark on it. Other than that, it is very, very nice. State Fair. No, actually, the State Fair is now here in Wilson County, right down the road from us. So when the Wilson County Fair is going on, it's a big deal because it's one of the bigger fairs in the area. So, okay. Where are we getting to? I'm just recapping a crate of new vinyl. If you're just hopping on and your feed is wacko, we're probably only going to be on this setup for an hour. My phone is charging, and at 8 o'clock, we're going to switch over to Facebook before we start giving away money. I don't want y'all feed freezing when we're trying to give away gift cards. I know that's going to be very frustrating. Okay, Elton John, Peachtree Road, $49.99. Elton John, Peachtree Road, $49.99. Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. That is a 2LP greatest hits. This is a remastered by Bob Ludwig, $64.99. $64.99. I have no idea. I've got a friend of mine coming out to check our connection. Hopefully next week. I've been texting them, and I don't know what's up with it, but we pretty much can't stream anymore this way. It's impossible. So we're trying to get the fix. So that's why at 8 o'clock we're going to go over to Facebook. Black Oak, Arkansas is a 2LP double marble vinyl. Black Oak, Arkansas, $39.99. I'm also doing a lot of reading right now while trying to talk, so my speech isn't too good. Josh Duvall takes Dire Straits. So did Josh Duvall. Back here in the back, we're auctioning off a Japanese press of Boston, Don't Look Back. Right now, we've got Kevin Tays at $39, and that is going once, going twice. Was there another check condition? Yeah. This David Bowie Let's Dance? Yeah. I'll go ahead and show it. All right, so next is a David Bowie Let's Dance Japanese press. We'll do a $20 start on this one as well. This one, let me look at it. It must have something on it. It's got a superficial mark running right here about the 7 o'clock mark, and then one that drags across right here. As you can tell, it's a non-feeler. I don't know if y'all can tell that or not, but something that the needle, not any. We're very picky about these Japanese presses because they carry a premium. Usually they're pristine. So when they're a check condition, we just try to let you know about every little mark on it. It has the inserts with it, and we had that for a $20 start. Okay, so David Bowie, Let's Dance. Nicole's at 20. And Boston was at 39, going once, going twice on Boston. Do you have the new Alan Parsons project? David, we have sold out. We sold our last one, I think, Thursday night, last time we had a sale. Bad Brains. Bad Brains is, I think this is just self-titled, their first album, $28.99. Bad Brains, we got 2 of those left on hand. The Cars, their self-titled first album, remaster of that. Very good, of course. The Cars, that's loaded with hits, great album. We have Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, Texas Flood, $38.99 for Stevie Ray Vaughan. 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine, $28.99 for 9 Inch Nails. $28.99 for 9 Inch Nails. The Cult, Sonic Temple, $39.99. Gatefold 30th Anniversary Edition. The Doors, self-titled first record, that's new and sealed, $29.99. And SOD, Stormtroopers of Death, Speak English or Die, $31.99 for that. And this is the Coil, right? I got to ask Doug who this is because he ordered this. The new Backwards Coil, $74.99. Maybe Doug's watching. He can give us some insight on that. The Coil is $74.99. Tracy Miller on 9 Inch Nails. I got one more of those left behind the counter that we hadn't priced yet because I couldn't find this one to know what to price it. $28.99. The Muppet Movie is $49.99. Disney's Muppet Movie. Scooter Yellow Vinyl, $49.99 for that. And we have 2 left. And we had like 10 of those. We've sold a bunch of those. Charlie Crockett, Welcome to Hard Times, $26.99. And Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones, The Monkees, green vinyl. That's the green vinyl version. Start Your Ear Off Right, $28.99. The new Minions movie soundtrack, exclusive, indie exclusive. This color is exclusive to independent record stores. $49.99 for the Minions soundtrack. Sublime's Greatest Hits is $36.99. And we have Anthrax, Stomp 442, $36.99. And More of the Monkees. More of the Monkees, $41.99. $41.99. Okay, where are we at? Has anybody else bid on Boston? Yeah, Jeremy Walker bid $40 on Boston. Jeremy's at $40 on Boston. That's now going once, going twice. Cindy Jones is at $30 on the David Bowie Let's Dance. And both of these, we're putting these up auction first because they are not completely visually flawless, but sound quality, they may be the same. So just let you know on that. Brent Rabley takes the Monkees. And by the way, the Monkees is a run-out groove pressing. It is numbered on the back, and these are all analog. The disc with the original album is an original stereo mix that is 100%, I almost said mono, analog. It's a stereo mix, but it's analog, and these are very, very popular right now. So we still got a couple left of the first Monkees album, but this is about the only way you can get an analog cut of the original Monkey stuff, the first 2 albums. So that's sold to Brent. I should have a couple more of those left in our bins. William Simmons wants a 9 Inch Nails. That's behind the counter right there in the black crate. Ed or April or Seth. First record in that black crate. We will need one of those for William Simmons. Okay, Brent's at 45 on Boston. Lindy said out on Bowie. The last bid on Bowie was Cindy Jones for 30. So 30 for Bowie, going once, going twice. 45 on Boston, going once, going twice. Very quick flip through of everything that's left in here. This is our first crate of the night. Just a recap of some new vinyl. Dio Holy Diver. I don't know who was asking for this the other night, but we had misplaced this crate. I just found it. $44.99 for Bowie Holy Diver. Neil Young, new album. That's 20 years old, but it's a new album. $42.99. Elton John, Peachtree Road. Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. Black Oak, Arkansas is $39.99. Bad Brains is $28.99. The Cars is $28.99. Some great stuff in here. Texas Flood, $38.99. The Cult, $39.99. The Doors, $29.99. Stormtroopers of Death, SOD, $31.99. Holy Diver is $44.99, Richard Allen. That's the 2LP new remix, which is getting very good reviews, by the way. Coil, $74.99. Muppets Movie is $49.99. And Charlie Crockett, $26.99. $26.99. Brent Rabley's at 31 on Bowie, and he's at 45 on Boston, going once, going twice. Brent also wants Bad Brains. Bad Brains. I got one copy of that. It's actually, I thought it was colored vinyl. Usually all these reissues are, but we got one left. That's their first album. Shane McKinney wants Holy Diver. 2LP, and that's the Joe Barassi remix. $44.99. It's 9 Inch Downward Spiral. I think so. I need to get some more of their records in. At one time, we had like an entire crate of Nine Inch Nails stuff. It got down to like 5 records, and I put them on sale, and I hadn't had a lot since. But one time, we had a ton of their stuff. Robert Johnson on Bad Brains, the other Robert Johnson. Tanner's going to put you down for one, Tracy, or we'll order them, and then I'll let you know how much they are. I'll stock them regardless. If you want one for whatever price we can get it for, and then if you want it. But I hadn't seen that in a while. The Muppet Movie was $49.99. Charlie Crockett, $26.99. The Monkees, that's the green vinyl, $28.99. Minions is $49.99. Blue vinyl. Sublime Greatest Hits, $36.99. And Anthrax Stomp 442, $36.99. Okay, that was technically a recap. Let's get a crate of something new. John has got a lot of records over here. There's 5 crates of vintage. I'm going to go through the check condition. Newest new stuff he just priced today. This stuff was just priced. It is check condition, so if you're watching for the first time, check condition are a little bit lower grade records. We start at EX, which EX will be very close to near mint, and then we go down from there. So just be aware if you buy a check condition record from us. Technically, we will still give you a refund on it if you don't like it, but we go ahead and try to let people know these are check condition for a reason. We don't mark these as high, so they're cheaper. And just to let you know, if you get something with us, if you get a record from us with a sticker on the back that says VG Plus EX, that's a record that's a little bit lesser grade than what we try to put out. Most shows will have 6 crates of vintage. There'll be 5 crates of what we call near mint or EX Plus, very clean records. And then we usually have 1 crate of check condition records, which is lower grade stuff. But they're usually really good titles at cheaper prices. Jared McLaughlin is at 35 on David Bowie. Going once, going twice. That's a new bid. I think we've been at 45 for a while on Boston. 40 from Jeremy, 45 Brent Rabley. So Boston's at 45. Going once, going twice. And these are technically check condition Japanese pressings, but they're just superficial marks. And what Tracy just said, if you get a VG Plus record from us, they're usually still a pretty nice record. So don't think you're getting a beat up, scratched record, by no means. One more announcement before I get started. We're probably only going to be live here on YouTube for about 40 minutes. And then at 8 o'clock, because we don't want anybody's connection messing up, 8 o'clock, we're going live just on Facebook so we can start doing the giveaways. I think we're going to do 10 or 11, 12 $10 gift cards, and then we're going to do one $50 gift card, which I think if we do the math on that, that means we've given away $400 the last 2 shows. All right. The Monkees, self-titled first album, VG copy, $9.99. The Monkees is VG, $9.99. Jailbreak, Thin Lizzy. Don't get that in too often in any condition. That's a VG copy, $14.99. Jeremy Walker's at 46 on Boston, so new bid. And Jared McLaughlin still has Bowie for 35, going once, going twice. Chicago 17, VG Plus, $7.99. I've been drinking my Monster too fast. Robert Johnson gets Thin Lizzy, so to Robert Johnson. Frampton, that's Peter Frampton. VG copy, $9.99. Alan Jonathan, you were second on Thin Lizzy. Randy, you were third. Queen, News of the World, a G copy. Wow, this thing must be pretty bad shape. Just FYI, $9.99. It don't look too bad. I mean, this thing's still going to play, but it's probably going to sound like there's a little bit of a roar in the background continuously. Looks like an OG copy, though, $9.99. Always awesome artwork on this cover. Has the original inner sleeve, too. Has the original inner sleeve with lyrics. $9.99 on that. Hadn't seen a clean original copy of that, I guess, and I don't know. Y'all watch our shows as often as I'm on here. Probably what? I don't think I've had one come through this year. And we've probably bought 60,000 records. Sting, Bring On the Night. This is a double album. That's what it says at the bottom. It's Yugoslavia pressing. VG Plus, $19.99. Yugoslavian pressing. VG Plus, $19.99. Sting, Bring On the Night. Gregory Griffin, you were second on Queen. Brent's out on Boston and Bowie. So final call. Jeremy Walker's at 46 on Boston, going twice, going 3 times. Jared McLaughlin's at 35 on Bowie, going twice, going 3 times. Robert Johnson gets steamed. So do Robert Johnson. B.B. King and Bobby Bland together for the first time live. ABC Quadraphonic pressing. VG Plus $14.99. Eagles Greatest Hits 71 to 75. A VG copy $14.99. Deep Purple Machine Head. Deep Purple Machine Head. VG copy $14.99. Nazareth Rampant. Nazareth Rampant is a VG copy $9.99. Steely Dan, Countdown to Ecstasy. Steely Dan is a VG Plus, $24.99. Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill. That's a great one. VG copy, $14.99. Nanny Banks takes the Eagles. I'm pretty sure that's Linda Banks, right? Linda, let me know if that's you on YouTube as Nanny Banks. Tracy McFadden on Deep Purple. So to Tracy McFadden. Next is the Eagles Live. Eagles Live is EX $34.99. We also have 2 bins at least of putbacks. We're going to do those probably next because our putback crates are really good stuff. New vinyl and original. It's Linda Banks as Nanny Banks. Okay, thank you, Linda. That's yours. I've got a near mint OG News of the World. I will definitely trade, Jonathan. Are you local? If so, you can bring it by or you can ship it to me. We'll work out something. Michael Bohannon wants Can't Buy a Thrill. That's Steely Dan. Michael Bohannon was first to that. Lindy Berg, you were second. Alan Johnson, you was third. See what label it is. By the way, if anybody wants to check their copy, this is technically an early press, but it's the second label. The first pressing of this, it looks like a triangle, and it looks like letter blocks, like children's letter blocks, ABC, and that's very difficult to find, especially near mint. I've been looking. Every one I have is usually this label, so very tough to get. That is sold to Michael Bohannon. Lindy was second, then Alan. Titans games. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if anybody ever wants to trade anything, sell anything, we've bought a lot just these past couple weeks from our own customers. So speaking of, I got a crate in my office that I forgot about. It's got a lot of metal stuff in it. I'll get to that eventually tonight. If not, the next show. The quad was B.B. King and Bobby Bland. B.B. King and Bobby Bland together for the first time live. How much for the Eagles? Jody, the Eagles live was EX $34.99. EX $34.99. More Chuck Berry, VG copy $14.99. Chuck Berry is $14.99. Imagine, John Lennon, VG Plus $24.99 with the poster. With the poster. Tom Petty, first album, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, self-titled, VG Plus $19.99. Breaking Glass, Hazel O'Connor, EX $9.99. Dizzy Gillespie, New Wave, EX $19.99. EX is a very clean record, by the way. Chris DeMoss on BBK. I think Chris wants the BB King here. Chris does. David Johnson, let me know if you want that. If not, we're going to sell it to Chris. Next is Alan Johnson on JL. That was the John Lennon Imagine with the poster. Tracy, the Countdown to Ecstasy, was a VG Plus $24.99. And Randy Scarborough, first to Tom Petty. So to Randy Scarborough. And then Alan Johnson, you were first to Dizzy Gillespie. So to Alan Johnson. That time, Alan was first and Robert was second. David passes on a BB King, so we can sell that to Chris. Uh-oh, Bob Dylan and the band. We might need to put this up for auction. I'll tell you why, because we are going to go ahead and sell these 2 auctions. It's back here. We have, did I say Bob Dylan and the band? It's just the band, music from Big Pink. Bob Dylan did the artwork on the front, though. Okay, so let's go ahead and sell this. David Bowie, Let's Dance. This is sold. I think it was Jared McLaughlin. Let me double check on that. It was a name I know we've sold to before. Yeah, Jared McLaughlin. David Bowie, $35 sold to him. And then Jeffrey Walker. Let me confirm that. I know it was $46. Yeah, Jeremy Walker. Jeremy Walker gets to Boston for $46. All right. The last time we had this up for auction, it took about a half hour to sell it. And we had probably 10 bidders, and then right there at the last there was 2. This copy is about a VG. The other one we had was probably a mint minus. It looked like it had just been opened. Let's take a look at the label. Yeah, same label, that green capital label. Or no, the other one was the OG Rainbow. So this is a second press of this. It's a VG copy, but still we don't get it very often. It's got some cover damage right here. Looks like it's been wet. So please be aware of that. It's definitely been wet right here. VG copy, and then so with the cover like that, it basically automatically makes it a VG minus. $1 start. The band Music from Big Pink. I think it's a very, we'll just put it this way. I won't say one of the greatest albums. Some people may say that. It's a very important album in music and rock history. $1 start. The band Music from Big Pink. Jethro Tull, Aqualung. Jethro Tull, Aqualung, that's a VG copy for $9.99. Elton John, Friends. Elton John, Friends, VG Plus, $14.99. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Greatest Hits. This is actually 3 LPs, VG Plus, $24.99. That other copy we had was unbelievable. It was, when I first opened the gatefold, it made like a popping sound like it hadn't been opened in 50 years, or maybe never opened. Okay, Tim Holloway on JT. That's Jethro Tull, sold to Tim Holloway. Suzanne Williamson. Suzanne, you were second. Tim just beat you to it. Jonathan's at 20 on Music from Big Pink. Robert Johnson first to CCR. Lily McCurry first on Elton John. Kevin at 22 on the band. Jonathan at 25 on the band. And Michelle, you were second to CCR. Booker T and the MGs, Soul Dressing. Never seen this before. On Stax. VG minus $14.99. VG minus $14.99. Still a playable record. Now here's Johnny Cash, a VG copy, $19.99. And this is a Memphis Sun pressing, a VG copy. It's got some pretty cool songs on it. Early Cash, that's probably late 50s, early 60s when that was actually pressed. America's Beloved, Minnie Pearl. Minnie Pearl, VG Plus $14.99. Chris DeMoss on Soul. That's the Soul Dressing of Booker T. That's sold to Chris DeMoss. No, Alan Jonathan put Soul. Alan was first. Alan Jonathan on Booker T. Then Chris DeMoss. Jonathan Bodine was third. Current bid on the band, Music from Big Pink. Current bid on Music from Big Pink is $25. The vinyl's VG. The cover has some staining here. It also has, looks like Faye Glover wrote her name. I think that says Faye on the cover. Current bid is $25. Triumph, Rock and Roll Machine. I don't think I've had this one before. VG copy, $9.99. Eric Clapton was here. Wow, that one has some crazy fading on the cover. Look at that. You can tell a stack of albums laid on that for years, and it was exposed to sunlight. That is a VG Plus for $14.99. VG Plus for $14.99. Alan Jonathan first to Triumph. Alan Jonathan first, then Gregory Griffin, then Debbie Blair, then Bob Courier, then Wade Heath, then Calvin Ward. Brass Monkey. Nothing to do with the Beastie Boys. Brass Monkey, VG Plus $14.99. Brass Monkey, VG Plus $14.99. Kiss, Hotter Than Hell. We might need to put this up for auction. We don't have anything else up there. We better not. It's a pretty low. It's a VG minus. $14.99. Kiss, Hotter Than Hell. VG minus $14.99. VG minus on that. Still, I haven't seen an OG copy of that in any condition in some time. Sue Ann Jacobs on BB. What could BB be? Brass. Sue Ann, let me know what BB was. And then Jeffrey Walker first to Kiss. Kevin Taze was second. Going once, going twice. I'll go ahead and say going twice, going 3 times. Jonathan Bodine is at 25 on Music from Big Pink. And Sue Ann said yes on Brass Monkey. So Jeffrey Walker got Kiss. Sue Ann Jacobs got Brass Monkey. The Trial of Billy Jack, original music. Does this one have, I think this is the score music. Let me go ahead and show the Who since it just fell over. The Who is an EX pressing, or EX condition of Who's Next, $17.99. The Trial of Billy Jack. Actually, I think this is this is the trial of Billy Jack, a completely different movie. This is a VG Plus 1999. VG Plus 1999. It had a Beatles song on it, didn't it? Yeah, Give Peace a Chance. Wow, that's actually credited to Lennon and McCartney. I thought that was a solo Lennon song, but I guess they were still under their agreement then. The Who sold to Matt. Pete W. was next, and Billy Jack sold to Calvin Ward. Alrighty, I'm about to put up some new auctions, 2 new Japanese auctions. Is Seth in the back? I was going to get him to get that crate that has that Tesla album in it. I'll get it in a second. I'll run back there very quickly because I posted some stuff that's in the. If you can find it, it's half of the crate is stuff I was keeping, and half of it was some stuff.
That's a putback.
And this is a putback. Okay, but you'll see it. It's got Tesla in it. It's got some stuff called in the office room. Yeah, I think it's a black crate, but I'm not for sure. Yeah, I've got some new stuff that just got traded in. I got to put it up for auction. Okay, I'll wait for Tanner's up here before I call that sold and before I put up any new auctions. Let me finish this crate here. Bob Marley. Wow, Bob Marley and the Wailers. A VG copy, $14.99. SSS label. SSS label. VG, $14.99. Bob Marley and the Wailers. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. VG copy, $14.99. Mutzi. Light of Your Shadow is VG $24.99, 1970, has some cover damage. That is a VG $24.99. Alan Jonathan, first to Bob Marley. Looks like Chris was second, then Robert, then Chris corrected himself, then Charlie Sales, then Cindy Jones, then Dylan Weishaupt. This is sold to Alan Jonathan. So this is a good record to show in a lot of our vintage stuff tonight, and I'm going to show it a little bit later because I don't know how many of y'all are watching that would be interested. But we always show it here first on Facebook, just in case. We got into a batch of records in the back today of some of the most obscure and rarest and valuable stuff we've hit in a long time. I'm not for sure where they came from. It may be from Kevin's collection. Some of it may be from a collection that somebody dropped off here, or they came down one day from, I think, Kentucky, and it's been in the back for a while. I think that's where they came from. But we got some funk records and like weird jazz, funk fusion, $200, $300, $400, $500 albums. And I'm going to show them. If there's somebody, if one of y'all are watching and you want one, that will be great. If not, they're going to go to Discogs pretty quick. This is not this is kind of a strange title, but there's some pretty interesting stuff in there. So, okay, Bob Marley sold. We have Ron Phillips on Fleetwood Mac. This is a pretty good crate, pretty good vintage crate. Bob Seger, Against the Wind, VG Plus 1999. Arthur Guntner, Black and Blues, VG copy, $9.99. Arthur Gunter, Black and Blues. Smokey Hogg, Original Folk Blues, VG Plus $14.99. Mind Games, John Lennon. Mind Games, John Lennon, VG copy for $12.99. Debbie Blair on Bob Seger. Alan Jonathan on AG. AG was Arthur Gunter, sold to Alan Jonathan. Chris DeMoss was next, then Robert Johnson. Price on Mutzi. Mark Mabry. Mutzi was a VG copy for $24.99. Let's see if it's a promo label. It's on Sussex, not a... When I see that, I immediately think of Bill Withers. He's probably the best-selling artist on that label. Matt Ketron on MG, that's Mind Games. Matt, and then Sue Ann Jacobs was second. Tanner, if you want me to double-check any of that, I can for you. Allman Brothers and Light and Rogues is a VG Plus $14.99. Weather Report, Night Passage is a VG Plus $9.99. Sticks, Pieces of 8 is a VG Plus $14.99. And Made in the USA, VG Plus $64.99. I bought this from Brandon Sanders. I bought that like a year ago. It's just now getting put out. That's how much stuff we have in the back. I don't know a lot about this, but it's a comp, and they're very expensive on Discogs. And I'm talking about sold prices. Maybe because of the cover. Made in the USA. VG Plus $64.99. All right, let me flip back through this crate. If you want to know prices, let me know. This is actually our first new bin of the night. Mark Mabry takes the Mutzi. What kind of music is that, Mark? I don't know what that is. Light of Your Shadow. And Tanner, let's go ahead and sell music from Big Pink to Jonathan Bodine for $25. Now, before I do that, let me put up our next two auctions. We have Eagles, self-titled. This is another check condition Japanese record we've got. We need a $20 start. And when I say check condition, it's just got superficials on it right here. So it looks like a needle drop right in here. It looks like it went bleep, bleep, bleep. And it's got a little bit of a mark right here in the dead wax that is also, yeah, these are non-feelers. This is a $20 start. That's the Eagles self-titled first album, Japanese press, with Obi. With Obi. I don't know if we've ever had their first album with Obi. And there's the insert for it. $20 start. $20 start on that. Our Discogs, it should be Coletco, unless I'm still under. I set one up years ago, back when I was selling out of my house in junior high, and it may still be under River Creek Collectibles. That was my first store name, but I think it's Coletco, yeah. But I think I changed because I changed it. But I'd had a Discogs for years and didn't realize it. Okay, next is Hendrix in the West. I started using Discogs, I guess back, it's been a while. Hendrix has another non-feeler mark right here, non-audible, and a couple marks right there. Another $20 start on this. So Hendrix in the West. Hendrix in the West. Polydor, that thing otherwise is pristine. There's the Japanese insert. This is also a $20 start. Hendrix in the West. Can we please turn back on the air conditioning? April, do you know how to do that? Okay. Or do you want me to put it on cool? No, flip it to cool. Is it on off right now? I think. No, it's on cool. Okay, then yeah. It's on. Okay, if you want prices on these, I've already shown them once. Monkeys, Chicago, Frampton, Nazareth, Eagles. We turn off the AC so we can, it's loud, but it gets very hot in here, especially this time of day. Chuck Berry. I mean, I'm sweating right now. Hazel O'Connor. Steely Dan, Johnny Cash, surprised no one bought that, Minnie Pearl, Eric Clapton, Smokey Hogg, Allman Brothers, Weather Report, Styx, and Made in the USA. Those are all available for sale right now, Brent Rabley wants Nazareth and the Monkees. Nazareth and the Monkees sold to Brent Rabley. He was first, and on that, I don't see anything else except bids. I think we're good to go now. I'm going to keep this crate handy, though, just in case. Where are the putbacks? Well, there's a lot of stuff over here. I'm trying to figure out what's what. Tanner brought this looks like them right here. These are putbacks? Okay. Is all the sticky notes off of them? Yes. Okay. I promised a couple people I would take off sticky notes, so some of these are putbacks, and some things, people's like, will you please take off the sticky notes? I don't want people to think I'm a non-payer. They just had to put a couple things back, and of course, that's okay occasionally, but they're like, I don't want people to think I'm not paying for stuff. So, okay. It's actually about 3 people in this crate that said that, so it wasn't just one person. We have, next is, let me get caught up on the bids. It looks like Jimi Hendrix is at 31. Chris DeMoss is at 31 on Jimi Hendrix, and it looks like Chris DeMoss is at 28 on the Eagles. Price on almonds. Debbie, it was a VG Plus for $14.99. Okay, these are either, can you please take that off my invoice? Which we will do, but it really hurts our soul, so please make sure before you make a purchase you actually want it, especially after invoice has been generated, or this is stuff people didn't pay for, or we accidentally put it on their invoice twice. So that's what this stuff is here, which means there's probably some really good stuff in here. Tommy the Who? Tommy. Abbey Road Half-Speed Master. Abbey Road Half-Speed Master, $56.99. That's a new release, I think, from this week or last week. Dangerous Toys, Greatest Hits. Dangerous Toys, Greatest Hits. Limited edition orange vinyl, $28.99. Dangerous Toys. Debbie said she'll take it, and that was the Allman Brothers. That was the Allman Brothers. I told her VG Plus, $14.99. That's what it says. Right there it is. Tanner? Doing all right, April? Julie got you vanilla Coke. You can thank my mom. Gregory Griffin on Dangerous Toys. So did Gregory Griffin. Debbie said she'll take it. People don't pay make Chad a sad panda. It is. Makes me sad. Do a lot of work. A lot of work to make these shows happen and then not get paid. But that's okay, because there's plenty of people who do pay, which is most of y'all watching right now. There's a Neil Young Toast. Of course, I just showed that. That's a brand new album. That's like new release, $42.99. The Muppet Movie is $49.99. Muppet Movie, that's some like brand new stuff there. Oak Ridge Boys Greatest Hits, $9.99. Oak Ridge Boys Greatest Hits 2. And 2 is always popular because the first song is Elvira. Julie says, that's right, because she's special and I appreciate her. Wow. Hey, Pete's talking to you too. He left, you hadn't officially thanked him yet. Jethro Tull, Aqualung. This is $26.99. It says $50.99, and that's what we were originally selling them for. The reason it's $26.99 is because we got some new U.S. presses in stock, and when the U.S. presses came in, they were significantly cheaper, and we marked all the UK pressings down too, which I were losing money on. But you can have it, take advantage of that, $26.99. Muppet Movie is $49.99. We have Oak Ridge Boys Greatest Hits 2. The Pixies Doolittle. The Pixies Doolittle is $34.99. David Howard wants Jethro Tull. That is new and sealed. Tanner, give that to David. Make sure it's $26.99. $26.99. Hendrix in the West. Hendrix in the West is high bid is Chris DeMoss at $31. That's going once, going twice. And the Eagles is at $30 with David Johnson, and that's going once, going twice. Eagles $30, the other one $31, going once, going twice. Chad, can you please check messages? I sent one, have not got an answer. I have not personally seen that, but we will check. Worked on messages today, off and on for about an hour, and I was replying stuff from a week ago. Because I run those ads advertising we buy stuff, and after we invoice, our messages are crazy. REO Speedwagon Live is a VG copy, $14.99. VG copy, $14.99. Ministry, Moral Hygiene, green vinyl, limited to 1,650 copies. Ministry, $26.99. Cindy Jones is at $32 on Jimi Hendrix. $32 with Cindy Jones. So new bidder on Jimi Hendrix. Lisa Williams wants a Def Leppard High and Dry. Where's that crate? That was the first crate I showed tonight, right here. Or I didn't show it, but High and Dry is $34.99 if anybody wants a copy. $34.99 for a Def Leppard High and Dry. Sell that to Lisa Williams. Lisa Williams. There's a lot going on. Hold on a second. Let me get back up to the top. Dangerous Toys, Dangerous Toys. Tull. Cindy Jones, $32 on Jimi Hendrix. Lisa wants a Def Leppard. $33 on Jimi Hendrix. Ron Phillips on REO Speedwagon. Ron Phillips gets REO Speedwagon. $34 on Jimi Hendrix. Robert Johnson, first to Ministry. Sold to Robert Johnson. Hello, Mike LaFoot. Wow, you've changed your name again. Now you're Mike LaFoot. Jimi Hendrix, $35. Let's go ahead and sell this to David Johnson for $30. David Johnson, you get the Eagles for $30. You get the Eagles for $30. Did we find that crate I was talking about, or did you have any luck? No luck? Okay, I'll step back there in a minute. And that was whoever asked about that earlier. Did you catch that? Okay. The person who asked about the Allman Brothers was Debbie Whited. She gets that copy right there. I have not been to Memphis yet. We actually had to reschedule that, and I'm maybe going tomorrow. I haven't texted that guy yet. It's such a long drive, and he's got some really good records, but actually after we rescheduled, I'm having second thoughts. It's like from my house, it's like a 5-hour drive. And this week we may be going, like I said, taking a trip to Pennsylvania. So it's like, do I really need to go get those right now? I might wait till maybe next week. But everything's kind of up in the air right now. So Chris DeMoss is at $37 on Jimi Hendrix. Def Leppard is $34.99. REO Speedwagon, Good Trouble. This is a gold stamp promo, $19.99. REO Speedwagon. Peter Gabriel. Peter Gabriel is $26.99, and that is a half-speed master of his third album, Where in Arkansas. It's actually, his address is what is it? It's something weird. It's got the word Memphis in it, but it's actually in Arkansas. He's right on the line. So it's, I don't know. I've only been out that way once or twice. John Sheehan wants a Def Leppard. Def Leppard High and Dry, $34.99. I now just have about 5 of those left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've only got 6 of those left, by the way. Robert Johnson also to Peter Gabriel. I've not been out to Memphis. Yeah, it's West Memphis, but I'm not too familiar with the area. So West Memphis, Arkansas. Yeah, I think that's the exact how they abbreviate the city and state. Genesis Trespass, $48.99. Okay, now this record, I think I put on sale. Even if I didn't, I'm going to go ahead and mark it down. We had $48.99 on this, $34.99 on Genesis Trespass. Genesis Trespass, $34.99. So, Memphis, Lisa Williams wants REO Speedwagon, so to Lisa Williams. And Trespass is $34.99. Wow, a Japanese press of Journey Frontiers, $50. That's what it sold for at auction. Japanese press with Obi. Obi's at the top. Journey Frontiers, $50 start. $50 or $50 sold. That's the price if anybody wants it. Final call on Jimi Hendrix. Final call on Jimi Hendrix. Hendrix. Chris DeMoss is at $37. Chris DeMoss is at $37. Going once, going twice. Danny Czar on the Journey. Danny Czar, you get the Journey. So do you. If anybody wants Genesis, like I said, on sale price, $34.99. That's a new sealed copy. Rock and Roll High School. This is an OG, $49.99. It is sealed from 1979, the Rock and Roll High School soundtrack. This is an OG sealed from 1979, $49.99. This is some stuff I've been holding. This person was a really good buyer, and then I've just lost them in the messages. They just don't. They're not opening their messages either. That means they either discontinued their Facebook, they got off Facebook, they're ignoring me, or they might have died. Who knows? But they're not opening their messages anymore. So they had quite a bit of stuff back there, and they bought from us from a long time. So I'm not for sure. Journey live in Houston, the Escape Tour, $38.99. I've got a couple of these still available. Brent Rabley wants the Rock and Roll High School soundtrack. We used to have that on colored vinyl. We had a bunch of them. They're all gone, I think, if anybody else wants a new copy. Classic Rock Collected. I hadn't sold this in a while because I hadn't restocked it since I shown it. But this is a music on vinyl, limited to 3,500 copies on gold vinyl, individually numbered, 27 classic rock songs. And it's a great lineup. And this is $44.99. $44.99. Jimi Hendrix. I already did the final call on that, and I think it's going to Chris DeMoss. It is. Chris DeMoss gets Jimi Hendrix for $37. Jimi Hendrix for $37. Tesla Simplicity. Scott, I seen where you messaged the page earlier today. I have not replied to you because I hadn't got to see if they were still in stock. I hadn't seen if they were still in stock. So, it's Tesla. It's the guy that looks. It looks like Tesla's on the cover. The actual guy. Yeah, it's on a whole lot of records. But there's a crate from. There was a trade-in. Yeah, and yeah, great radio controversy. But I think Nikola. It's like the picture. I think it's actually Tesla on the cover. Nikola Tesla. It's like a picture of him actually on the cover. Okay, Alan Jonathan said pass on this. Alan Jonathan said pass, but I still got it, so it's not sold. Sorry, I made that confusing. Do we have NXS Kick over there in the bin, Ed? Do we have any Ryan Bingham Mescalito? Do we have any left over from the other night? We should. We had 3 or 4 left. We should, Brandon. We have 1 copy of NXS Kick left. 1 copy of NXS Kick. This is $29.99. $41.99, Dakota. I think that's my last copy. Okay, Daft Punk, $41.99. Daft Punk is $41.99. Daft Punk, and this is homework. Homework, $41.99, new and sealed. Elvis Costello, VG copy, $12.99. And this is that one with that very, I don't know if y'all remember that night, but it's a very unique fold-out cover. VG copy, $12.99. Dakota said sold on NXS Kick. Yeah, that one right there. I need that whole crate. I need the whole crate. Whole crate. Whole crate. The first part of it, it's my stuff, but the whole crate. Okay, Elisa Williams wants Classic Rock collected. Brent, I don't think I have any more NXS Kick, but I will put you down for one. I don't think I have any more, though. I'm also looking for the Ryan Bingham albums, because we should have those everywhere, or at least a bin full of them. Everywheres, yeah. Somewhere, well, I went through that one, but is that those? No. I don't know. We've restacked stuff, and there's no telling where it is now. So put Brent Rabley down for an NXS and Brandon Sanders down for a Ryan Bingham. I don't think we filed them yet. They're stacked up around here somewhere. We've created another wall of records up front just from the last couple sales. Okay, Daft Punk, Elvis Costello. Stone Temple Pilots, Unplugged. This is an unofficial press. It is on colored vinyl, $28.99. And by the way, there is a bonus track on here that's not from Unplugged. It's Vaseline, and it is not the best sounding track. And we've actually had to get a couple refunds because people think their record is messed up. But we have traced it back, and we believe just because that's a different source song, it does not sound too well. So just keep that in mind. That one track is kind of not the best sounding quality. It sounds like it was recorded from the crowd. The rest of the album, it is an unofficial press, but I think it's more of a soundboard recorded or some kind of digital file rip that this company used. Okay, Brent Rabley takes one. I've sold a bunch of those, dozens and dozens. It looks like I've got one left in here. Brandon Sanders, we'll put you down for a Mescalito, Brent, and Brent on STP. And Scott Smith, he's in our messages, Tanner, but put him down for Tesla Simplicity. I've got to order more of those. One for him and more for other people as well. Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger, $36.99. I need to order more of these. These are actually still in stock, but I don't have any on the shelf right now. Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger, at least I don't think I do. $36.99. Neutral Milk Hotel, $22.99. Millsap, Ronnie Millsap, 16 hits, $9.99. Pink Floyd, A Saucer Full of Secrets. Pink Floyd, A Saucer Full of Secrets, $31.99. Chet Baker and Bill Evans is $14.99. Alone Together, Chet Baker and Bill Evans. Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz, and this was the silver vinyl with red swirls, $21.99. Did you need the price on Hendrix, Tanner? This is actually sold. Hendrix went to Chris DeMoss for $37. $37. Charlie wants SG Bad Motorfinger. So to Charlie Sales. Neutral Milk Hotel, Millsap, Pink Floyd, Saucer Full of Secrets. Alan Jonathan wants Baker and Evans. So to Alan Jonathan. And Michelle Brinley takes the Ozzy. Baker and Evans. We have Michelle on Ozzy. And I have another one of those actually. $21.99. $21.99. Grant, $21.99 if you want it. I think that's somebody who bought two and they didn't pay for either one of them. Jack Johnson, Meet the Moonlight. I really don't know, but that's probably what happened. Jack Johnson, Meet the Moonlight, $36.99. Samantha Fish, Black Wind Howlin', $24.99. Aerosmith, 9 Lives, $31.99 on Aerosmith 9 Lives. Poison, Open Up and Say Ah, $39.99. Rock Ballads Collected, $44.99. That's a pretty good one there. Grant says he does want Ozzy. So to Grant. And someone just asked about MoFi. There it is, $63.99. By the way, about every one of these that's shipped and sold through MoFi, they are either dented corner or seam split or something. This one don't look too bad. Just got that ding corner, but this like I'm talking about record stores all over the country. They didn't ship a perfect sleeve for one of these. But one of the best sounding records for that album you'll probably ever hear. Rock ballad, So to Krista Moss. Lily McCurry Wants Poison. Gary Hackett on Pink Floyd. That was Saucer Full of Secrets. Tracy McFadden on Samantha Fish. And that leaves Aerosmith 9 Lives and Alan Parsons Project. Do we have another rock ballads collected for Lisa Williams? James Taylor, Monumental 67. Oh man, this sold at auction, and we've already took off the sticker that told how much. I'm going to price, this is a Japanese press. I want to say it brought over 40. I'm going to price it for $39.99. James Taylor, Monumental. This is not live, even though it looks live. It looks live, but it's early recordings. James Taylor and the Flying Machine, 1967. That's early for James Taylor. $39.99 on James Taylor. That is a Japanese press, no obi. And Gregory Griffin also wants rock. The good thing about those rock ballads collected is I can still get those. So Lisa, we're going to put down your name. If we find one tonight, it's yours. Gregory Griffin will be second. And Derek Alan Parsons is $63.99. It took almost a year. The pre-order on that was almost a year out. Kid Rock's Greatest Hits, $36.99. Kid Rock's Greatest Hits, $36.99. If you're just joining us, we are doing a putback bin. It is 8 o'clock. I said we was going to stop at 8 o'clock and go live on Facebook because we are about to start our giveaway. Can you get the computer set up, Tanner, please? I haven't seen, is everybody's connection okay? I won't stop unless everybody's connection is really wacky because we are about to give away some money and I don't want to have a wacky connection for everybody when we're trying to give away prizes. So if everybody's connection's good, I'll continue. If it's bad, I'll go ahead and stop the feed in about 10 minutes and we'll go back live on Facebook. So, and just let me know. It may have knock on wood, it may be okay for right now. So I would rather not end our feed since we have so many people watching and we're also live on YouTube. Derek Hartman. Okay, Lisa Williams was next on James Taylor. I think that was for JT. That's not priced, so put that down for $39.99. $39.99. If for some reason right in the middle of the giveaways things start messing up, we'll either stop them and I'll do it the next sale or we'll do it during part 2 when we do Paul's. Okay, so James Taylor was $39.99. That was for Lisa Williams. Signed auction. Brent, I will go get those in the back. I wish I would have told John to already grab those because I saw them this morning when I got here. Yes, I was actually here during the morning hours. Somewhat. It was before noon, I'll put it that way. Red Hot Chili Peppers, 12-inch single, $24.99. Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is Behind the Sun. It is a double and special secret song inside. Red Hot Chili Peppers, 1987, 12-inch promo single, $24.99. And Tanner is working on setting up our laptop, and I'll start giving away some money in T-minus. We'll do the first one at 8:15. 8:15 will be the first one we do. I'll explain that. Just be sure you don't go anywhere because you've got to be watching to win. Subject Aldo Nova. Subject Aldo Nova. This don't have a price on it. It must have been like a $1 start auction or something. I'll say $9.99. Subject Aldo Nova, $9.99. Sue Ann Jacobs wants the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Auctions, yes, good question. Japanese pressings, where is all that stuff? I've got to find it. Let me, in the meantime, just find some other stuff. Did Seth have a crate of Japanese somewhere handy over there? I don't really see anything. Let me just grab a couple things out of this crate first. Here's some really good records here. Did I pull? Yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Sue Ann Jacobs. Ivan Villavenicio, you were second. Jeffrey Walker takes Aldo Nova, that's $9.99. Derek Hartman takes Alan Parsons. Derek Hartman takes Alan Parsons. Those are sold. Okay, I just pulled these two out of the front of a vintage bin right next to me. Let's put them up for auction. Yeah, if Seth could get us some like Japanese stuff keyed for auction, that would be great. We have a near mint copy in shrink wrap of George Strait's Greatest Hits. George Strait's Greatest Hits. This is going to be a $10 start. That's very cheap for George Strait's Greatest Hits. George Strait's Greatest Hits. $10 start. Oh, yeah, we just brought up the Tesla. I'll do those, too. No, I just said if you could key us up some Japanese pressings up for auction, that would be fantastic. Is there a piece of paper down in that crate with, like, prices? Because I'll definitely need that. $10 in shrink wrap. MCA pressing. Covers near mint in shrink wrap, and the vinyl is absolutely beautiful. All right, and then we've got Whitney Houston. I'll also put this up for a $10 start. Whitney Houston, very cheap start on that, and this thing is beautiful. Cover and vinyl. $10 start. Whitney Houston. George Strait and Whitney Houston, they've sold some records. I'll do that stuff later. If you just want to put like what we should start it or price them, are they priced?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Priced.
Great. All right, we'll do Tesla after these. We'll do Tesla after these, and we'll do our first drawing at 8:15. Those are all sold. Let me make sure I hadn't missed anything. A lot going on. 10-10, Pantera, Cowboys from Hell. No, that is back out of stock, and we're good to go. Uh-oh, somebody's feed froze. Not good. Not good. Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny, $28.99. Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny, $28.99. I knew it wouldn't last long. Brownsville, I guess is this Brownsville Station? Brownsville Air Special. Just Brownsville. Brownsville on gold vinyl is $29.99. $29.99, Brownsville. Willie Nelson, A Beautiful Time, $26.99. Willie Nelson, A Beautiful Time, $26.99. Classic Yes, $19.99. This feels like it has the bonus 7-inch. It does. Classic Yes is $19.99. Has the bonus 7-inch that came with it. $19.99 for that. $9.99. All right. Supertramp, Cannonball. This is a 12-inch single. $14.99. Supertramp Cannonball, $14.99. Supertramp Cannonball. Big Bamboo, Cheech and Chong. Big Bamboo. And I guess I put this up for auction too because it has no price on it. I'll say $14.99 on Cheech and Chong. No rolling paper. Somebody's already smoked it. $14.99 on Cheech and Chong. Gregory Griffin got Yes. Did I already pull that? I didn't. Gregory Griffin gets Yes. And Kiss, Off the Soundboard. This is the Virginia Beach. $59.99. Kiss Off the Soundboard, Virginia Beach. $59.99. Cheech and Chong sold to Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson on Cheech and Chong Tanner. That's also $14.99. Billy Idol, To Be a Lover. To Be a Lover, 12-inch single, $14.99. John Sheehan Takes Kiss, sold to John Sheehan. And we've got Billy Idol. We've got Violent Femmes, Hotel Last Resort, $23.99. Hollywood Rose, The Roots of Guns N' Roses, $26.99. Alice in Chains, Live Sheraton Arena, $28.99. Kiss Dynasty, $33.99. UFO Cleveland 1982, $26.99. Rush Clockwork Angels, $49.99 for Rush Clockwork Angels. Van Halen 1984, $28.99. Fleetwood Mac Rumors 2LP Palace pressing, $59.99. And Suicidal Tendencies, still psychopunk after all these years, $26.99. Sherry Darnell, First to Violent Femmes, sold to Sherry Darnell. John Wilson on Alice in Chains. Some of these we've got multiples of, so if you want to be back up, please let me know. And Chris Wood Sr. on Hollywood Rose, sold to Chris Wood Sr. Gregory Griffin on ST. ST was that something I've already sold? Maybe not. No, Suicidal Tendencies, sold to Gregory Griffin. Sold to Gregory Griffin. Do you have another Samantha Fish? That particular album we showed, possibly. I've already forgot the title because we've had about 5 of her albums in recently. Whitney Houston is only at $14 right now. Only at $14. Whitney Houston. That's going once, going twice to, who was at 14? Ron Phillips. And George Strait's Greatest Hits is at 13 with Danielle V. Danielle V. And that's 13 and 14. Those are going once, going twice. Gregory Griffin on UFO. And Suzanne French Suzanne, your last name's, I want to say Williams or William. Williman. Suzanne Williman on Billy Idol. Suzanne, I don't think I've called your name before, so if you're a first-time buyer, please make sure you message our page. Please make sure you message our page. That is sold to you, but you have to message our page so we can send you an invoice on Monday. Okay, that was technically just our second bin of the night, and this was all non-payments and putbacks. I'm going to flip through them one more time, and we're going to do our first giveaway at 8:15. 8:15. What I'll do is just make sure everybody takes plenty of time to claim their prize. I'll make sure, just in case somebody's feed was to go whack when I draw their name, that we're good to go. So it's me, Mike Langford. Okay, he's under a different name. Mike Langford has 7 Facebook accounts. He gets in Facebook jail quite often. Okay, Tommy, $56.99. That's an Abbey Road half-speed master. I was watching a audiophile reviewer talk about how fantastic this was. I have not got to listen to it myself, but once again, another important album in rock history. $56.99. Kiss is the new Billy Shears. It is the new 2014 sealed remaster, which, by the way, comes with the poster. This is like an exact replica. $33.99. Mike Meir did not claim Billy Idol. He made an offer on it. Mike makes random offers on stuff for most of the night, and unfortunately, I just have to ignore them because it's like a third of the price. I've talked to him about that already before. So, Neil Young Toast, $42.99. Neil Young Toast, that was a new album. Stacy Metternich, let's see. John Wilson takes the Dynasty, unless Billy Shears wants it, but I think Billy Shears is looking for an OG. By the way, George Strait is at $22. That's still pretty cheap, you know. And Whitney Houston is $24. That's still pretty cheap. Neil Young Toast, Muppet Show is $49.99. Oak Ridge Boys is $9.99. Pixies is $34.99. No problem, Aaron. Thanks for pointing it out. Trespass, $34.99 on sale. Journey is $38.99. Daft Punk is $41.99. Elvis Costello is $12.99 UK Press. Stone Temple Pilots $28.99. Neutral Milk Hotel $22.99. Ronnie Millsap $9.99. Jack Johnson $36.99. Aerosmith 9 Lives $31.99. Kid Rock Greatest Hits $36.99. Tenacious D $28.99. Brownsville, that's gold vinyl, $29.99. Willie Nelson $26.99. A Beautiful Time. Supertramp Cannonball, that's a 12-inch single, $14.99. Rush $49.99. Van Halen $28.99. And Fleetwood Mac Rumors $59.99. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. All right. Whitney Houston $25. George Strait $23. I think those are still being bid on, but going once, going twice now. All righty. So the other night, we had a lot of really, really good vintage stuff, and I want to go back through some of it. We showed it like very late, and I want to go back through this. So a lot of y'all watching have never seen this before, because when I originally showed these, there was about a third or a fourth of the viewers. So these are pretty much all new vintage arrivals. Billy Shears, you did not get Dynasty. And we're still bidding on George Strait. George Strait's now at 24, and Whitney Houston's now at 29. And Whitney Houston's at 30, and George Strait's at 25. Okay, we have Frank Sinatra, My Way. That is $14.99 in shrink wrap. Rocky Mountain High, John Denver, $14.99. Rocky Mountain High. Frank Sinatra was $14.99. These are from that collection from Texas. I was telling y'all everything's very clean, very nice. That's what this stuff is. Very clean, very nice records. Alan Parsons Project, I, Robot, $19.99. George Strait's now at 26, and Whitney Houston's at 30. Rick Perrine on Sinatra, My Way, sold to Rick Perrine. Dave Mason is $14.99. Jeff Beck, Blow by Blow, is $19.99. Jeff Beck Group, Rough and Ready, is $19.99. John Denver Spirit in shrink wrap, $14.99. Pat Benatar, One Love, that's a 12-inch single actually, from 1988, $14.99. Pat Benatar. The Inmates, Shot in the Dark, the Inmates is $9.99. Boston, Don't Look Back, $34.99. Warren Zevon, Self-titled first album, $34.99. Warren Zevon. Bob James, Grand Piano Canyon. Gold stamp promo, Bob James, $9.99. Good Vibrations, The Beach Boys, is $19.99. Excellent comp on that. Capital. Pat Travers, Putting It Straight, is $19.99. Kaz and Kat Singing Orchestral Circus, $19.99. Dan Fogelberg, Windows and Walls, $9.99. Davey Whited on Bob. Bob was who? Bob? Do we have something with Bob? B.O.B. Denver, Allen, Dave Mason, Jeff Beck, maybe Blow by Blow. No, that's B.B. John Denver, Pat Benatar. Inmates, Boston. Bob James. Okay. Bob James. I was just got there. Sherry Darnell is at 30 on George Strait. Danielle's at 31. Walt Cruz wants the Inmates. Walt Cruz on the Inmates. Sheila E. in shrink wrap, $24.99. Grand Funk Lives, loaned for promotion only. Grand Funk Railroad, $19.99. Los Lobos and A Time to Dance. Los Lobos is $19.99. The Association, Inside Out, $19.99. Very clean copy of this. This one's usually kind of beat up. I mean, these are pristine. Green Warner Brothers label. Also, if you're watching for the first time, all of our vintage stuff is cleaned. Some of it we ultrasonically clean, and we sleeve them. And, of course, everything you buy from us is guaranteed. So if you're watching for the first time and you're like, I don't know if I want to buy these records or not. I don't want them all scratched up and dirty. Not from us. We clean and sleeve everything, and it's guaranteed. So, all right, let me figure out where we're at here. George Strait, Danielle V. is at 31 on George Strait Greatest Hits, and I think we're still at the same bid on Whitney Houston. Danielle V. still has Whitney Houston for 30. Whitney Houston for 30. So Whitney Houston's going once, going twice for 30. Danielle V. has I almost said Jimi Hendrix. George Strait for 31. That's going once, going twice. Wayne Heat wants Grand Funk. Sold to Wayne Heat. Raiders Collage, $9.99. The Argent Anthology is $19.99. Paul McCartney, Give My Regards to Broad Street, $24.99. Gold stamp promo. Pure Prairie League, Bustin' Out. Yes, that one has Amy on it, $24.99. George Thorogood and Destroyers, Better Than the Rest. George Thorogood is $9.99. The Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan, $29.99 on that. The Beatles Let It Be is $34.99. Purple Capital label, $34.99. $34.99. Wings Greatest Hits is $24.99, and that has the poster with it. By the way. Pat Benatar, Precious Time, is $14.99. Randy Scarborough on Pure Prairie League, sold to Randy, and Ivan V on Let It Be. Ivan V on Let It Be. Let It Be, sold to Ivan. I'm back. What is the George Strait? High bid on George Strait. It is now going twice, going 3 times. So if you want to bid, please do very quickly. $31 on George Strait. High bid. Whitney Houston is now going twice, going 3 times as well for $30. Going twice, going 3 times. Lisa Williams, you were second on Pure Prairie League. Danny Czar first to Pat Benatar. Lisa Williams, you were also second to Let It Be. And Lisa Williams on Wings. All right. Next is Kansas, 2 for the show. Kansas 2 for the show is $34.99. Foreigner Double Vision, $19.99. And John Cougar Mellencamp, The Lonesome Jubilee, $19.99. The Raiders was $9.99, Jared McLaughlin, $9.99. Tim Holloway is now at 35 on George Strait. I'm going to give Whitney Houston about 30 more seconds. Debbie said giveaway. Yes, we're behind schedule for our giveaway. Let's go ahead and do that right now. I will pause everything so we can give away some money. Jonathan Bodine on John Mellencamp. Let's do that to Jonathan Bodine. This is also why I like going on my phone, because it's going to be difficult to show this, but I will try my best. My camera is kind of mounted but y'all might have to take my word for a lot of this. Let me make sure I'm caught up first. Jared McLaughlin on sold, because after I do this, there's going to be a ton of comments. So Jared on the Raiders. Jeff Bergman just bid 36 on George Strait. We can go ahead and sell this to Danielle for 30. Danielle, I'm going to go ahead and sell that to you for 30. All right. So here's how you get in on the giveaway. The giveaway is, I'll give all the detailed instructions first since it's our first time doing it tonight. Over here I have a master spreadsheet of everybody who bought something the last 2 weeks. And we used to give away stuff every show. We would do a drawing at the end. Well, first of all, we were on a different system. And second of all, that's back when maybe we had, you know, less than 50 customers a show. Now we're getting into the hundreds of customers. This generator's at 416. Pretty much it would take a lot of time for us to set up a giveaway. So we're giving away a lot these last 2 shows. And then hopefully we can get on a normal routine of giving away something every couple weeks. Or, I mean, we hadn't done this in months. So last night we gave away like 10 gift cards totaling $230 and or $280. And tonight I think I'm going to do, I think maybe 5 $10 gift cards, 4 $15 gift cards, and then the last one we do tonight will be a $50 gift card. So 5 $10, 4 $15, and 1 $50. Okay? So that encourages you to you got to be watching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to random generate. Over here, everybody's assigned a number. First buyer, starting with number 1, Wayne Titsworth. It goes all the way down to 416. And I'm going to hit this randomizer 3 times. The third time will be the number. If I can get my cursor, I'm kind of disoriented here. There's number 1, 191. Number 2 is 43, and the third number is 275. 275 is our winner, unless they've won something from, unless we already have them winning something Thursday night. You can't win twice. Rydell Martin. I know I hadn't called his name yet. Rydell Martin. So what I'll do is I'm going to give Rydell, because also maybe people have wacky connections, I'm going to give Rydell about 3 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a backup. So this next number is 387. This next number you have not won unless Rydell is not watching. But Rydell, if you are, please let me know. And that's Darren Bratton. Darren, if you're watching, go ahead and let me know. If Rydell happens not to be watching, then you win. And that's for $10. We'll do that 4 more times, then 15, and then we'll do a $50 one. You have to be watching to win. So you have to say, I'm here. All right. Where are we at? So that's how. So if you bought something the last 2 weeks, you are in. You don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about anything. Out on George Strait. George Strait is at $35. Tim Holloway, $35. Going twice, going 3 times. George Strait's greatest hits. Near mint pressing. Still not me. Actually, Darren may not be watching anyway. Let me go ahead and draw a third number for backup. Let me go ahead and draw a third number for backup, because both of those people might not be watching. 360. Is Jeff Helton watching? Jeff Helton. Jeff Bergman says, I have 36 on George Strait. Okay, I'll put you down for 30. You do. 36 with Jeff Bergman. 36 with Jeff Bergman. We may have 3 people not watching. All right, so 36 with Jeff Bergman. That's going once, going twice. I will recap this spin when I'm done, but I'm going to continue going through it for right now. Bonnie Raitt, home plate. Bonnie Raitt is $9.99. Billy Joel, The Stranger. Billy Joel is $14.99. Billy Joel, The Stranger, U.S. Press. The Tremolos, Here Comes My Baby. That's actually in shrink wrap, $24.99. Jimmy Ball wants Bonnie Raitt. So just so you know you can get entered in the next giveaway, make sure you make a purchase tonight. Make sure you make a purchase tonight. That way you'll know you'll get entered. So, okay, Bonnie Raitt to Jimmy Ball. John Wilson on Billy Joe. Brent Rabley on Foreigner. And he wants a $50 free gift card. Okay. Or do you want to buy a $50 gift card? Foreigner sold to who bought this? Oh, that was Brent Rabley. Jeff Bergman is at 39 on George Strait. And Danielle V was actually first to the tremolos. That was an amazing copy. It's in shrink wrap. That's sold to Danielle V. Brent, Danielle was first. Billy Joel was already sold. It was $14.99. Wow, I think we got 3 people I just draw, and none of them are watching. I'm going to go ahead and draw the 4th name. I can't remember who was second, but I know they're not watching. So let's go ahead and draw for the 4th backup for the first $10 gift card. By the time this one's over, we're going to have to draw for the other one. $2.59. Tracy Miller. I know Tracy's watching. Didn't Tracy already won? Yeah, I think Tracy's already won. Do you have the list? All right, Tracy's already won. All right, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Number 9. Number 9. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but I can't show it as close. Daryl Jenkins. Daryl Jenkins, are you watching? Daryl Jenkins, are you watching? You've got about 60 seconds or 2 minutes, and I think by the time that one's over, we're doing this every 15 minutes. We'll have to do it again. So, the Wild Angel soundtrack, Volume 2 in shrink wrap, $19.99. Boz Scaggs, Slow Dancer. Daryl Jenkins is here. All right, I'm going to give, I'm not saying you've won yet. Let me give it $8.25 just in case somebody had a weird or a delayed connection, because that would be 60 seconds for number 2 and 60 seconds for number 3, and then you're the winner. So you've got probably less than a minute, and you've won. Boz Scaggs, EX, $17.99. Outlaws, Ghost Rider is a VG Plus, $14.99. Gordon Lightfoot, Cold on the Shoulder is a VG Plus, $14.99. Little Feat, Feats Don't Fail Me Now, VG Plus, $14.99. The Grassroots 16 Greatest Hits, my clock says $8.25. Tanner, it's Daryl Jenkins. Daryl, you've won $10. You've won $10. I'm going to do that again in just 5 minutes, so no one go anywhere. The Grassroots, their 16 Greatest Hits, that is EX, $12.99. I love the Grassroots. EX, $12.99. Mark Robinson on Little Feat, sold to Mark Robinson. Grassroots, Wings at the Speed of Sound is EX, $22.99. Wings at the Speed of Sound. The Dixie Cups, Chapel of Love, VG copy, $14.99. The Dixie Cups, Buddy Holly and the Crickets, 20 Golden Greats, VG Plus, $14.99. Sherry Darnell wants the Grassroots, sold to Sherry Darnell. Dakota takes the Outlaw, sold to Dakota Wilkie, sold to Dakota. Buddy Holly, already showed that one. ZZ Top, Fandango, EX, $32.99 for ZZ Top Fandango. Crosby and Nash, David Crosby, Graham Nash, Wind on the Water, EX, $17.99. It's got the hype sticker on it. John Mayall, Empty Rooms, as a VG Plus, $24.99. Aorta, VG copy, $24.99 on Aorta. Traffic, Last Exit. Traffic is a VG copy, $9.99. Art Linkletter, Where Did You Come From? Art Linkletter is $14.99. That's in shrink wrap. Art Linkletter. Jethro Tull, Minstrel in the Gallery, is $19.99. And Jim Croce, The Life and Times of Jim Croce, $14.99. Life and Times of Jim Croce, $14.99. Let me check my battery because I'm about to go to Facebook, so we don't have any more freezing. It's very bothersome for y'all and me. Fleetwood Mac Tusk is $34.99. Fleetwood Mac Tusk is $34.99. Okay, I've got 3 minutes to do that, so let me do that. I'm going to hop over to Facebook right quick. We've toughed it out long enough. It was good there for a while, but still. Plus, it's going to be a lot easier for me to do these giveaways. So I will see everybody back in 60 seconds, Facebook only. If you are watching on YouTube, then you will not be able to watch when we come back because we're going to be on Facebook only. So I'll see everybody as soon as I can copy and paste my title and put it over on Facebook. We'll be back live. We'll do the other giveaway as soon as we come back. I'll let everybody get on, and we'll continue this crate. Okay? All right, see everybody in, give me 60 seconds.